Okay, so good morning, guys. So this is the fourth video which I'm making for you related to Moody's Credit Skills for Bankers Certificate (MSME). Now we've already dealt. We are doing with the Unit One of Part One, overview of bank credit, SME landscape, and unique lending challenges. We've already dealt with these three chapters, which is Indian banking system, bank credit, and link to economic growth. Overview of SME classification, regulatory guidelines, understanding SME sectoral issues and challenges in SME financing. Today, we will go through government initiatives and regulatory schemes to promote MSME lending priority sector. So this is what we are going to go through. So let us start with our session today. Again, we'll follow the same method. I'll just go through those PDFs which have been given to you. So this is the first part. Let me just introduce you to what we are going to go through. So there are 6 topics in this lesson. Lesson 4: Government initiative and regulatory scheme to promote MSME lending priority sector. And here are 6 topics. So let us go through first topic now. So SME plays a major role in the economy in the terms of employment, manufacturing output and exports. Their contribution to the economy is multifaceted, but so too are the challenges they face. To support this sector, the government of India has launched various initiatives as banks help drive the economy. A number of these initiatives are aimed at reducing the risk of the lending of this sector. So by end of this lesson, you should be able to list the various government initiatives promoting the SME sector and describe the role of the bank in promoting SME segment through appropriate allocation of credit policy and specific products. So SMEs are so important that one of the statistics says like about 70% of the people are of the working class is recruited by SMEs in our country. So it is so important. Also, a large chunk of our GDP is contributed by SMEs. Right. So also it leads to development, regional development of various states, various regions, right? So this is very important. Then also government is taking various initiatives to promote lending to this sector because this sector has its own issues, its own challenges. It is not like corporate where you can easily get the collateral security, you can easily get the guarantee. There are various issues very peculiar to these SME sectors. We have already dealt with what are the issues, what are the challenges with the SME sector in the last class. So just go through that class, video if you have not gone through that. So let us go to topic 2, what we need to know. So here is topic 2, what we need to know. Okay, so the SME sector is a large part of the economy and a sizable market for banks to grow their business. An understanding of various government initiatives and aimed at growing and stabilizing the sector will help you make sound loans in this sector. The government initiatives can be classified as, so there are 3 kinds of government measures. First is protection measures. So measures designed to protect the small industries from the competition of existing large firms. Then promotional measures, so promotion programs, guidelines, and procurement of goods and services, as well as government grants. And institutional measures, government support aimed at financial institutions to increase the flow of credit to the SME sector. So there are 3 kinds of initiatives: protection measures, promotional measures, and institutional measures. Protection measure is to protect SMEs from the competition from large firms. Promotional measure is to promote the various programs, guidelines, where procurement of goods and services as well as government grants are given to the SMEs, and priority on procurement of goods and services is given so that it can be promoted and SMEs can be promoted and they can be grow. They are given an opportunity to grow in the Indian economy. Then institutional measures and government support aimed at financial institutions to increase the flow of credit to the SME sector. So they are classified as priority sector lending, and banks lending to these institutions also have various measures, various rebates from the government when it comes to NPA management, when it comes to capital adequacy norms. So very important. While the protection and promotional measures are the responsibility of various government institutions, banks, along with support institutions, are expected to drive the financial support measures. So with the banks, banking is not just like other business. They have to be part of it because banks play a major role in the development of the economy. So they are partners of the government in the financial development, in the economic development of our country, and they are expected to drive the financial support measures. Now, an illustrative list of support institutions, support where there are various support institutions. These support institutions are there, which have been made to promote lending to the MSME sector. So NSDC, National Skill Small NSIC, National Small Industries Corporation, SIDB, Small Industries Development Bank of India, then CGTMSE, a Credit Guarantee Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, SME Rating Agency of India Limited, SMERA, right? Then Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency, Mudra, Technology Upgradation of Fund Schemes, then Credit Linked Capital Subsidy Scheme. So these are various institutional measures which have been taken by government to promote the MSME sector. Now we will look at the program and objective of each of these entities and scheme to support the MSME sector. So one by one we'll go through these schemes. So there are seven measures, seven institutional measures which have been taken: NSIC, SIDB, CGTMSE, SMERA, Mudra, TUFS, and CLCSS. So these are various measures, and you need to remember all the seven, right? So now the next topic is what you need to do, right? So this is next topic. Now let me go through third topic, 2A. Okay. So outline of MSME sector's support institutions, right? So there are seven main institutions and schemes that provide wide support to India's small, medium, and enterprises. Below are depictions of these entities and their role in assisting the business. So now we'll deal with these seven institutions one by one. First is National Small Industries Corporation. The Government of India established NSIC. The NSIC specializes in providing plant and machinery finance to small scale industries. So it is very important to understand why these institutions have been made. So NSIC, National Small Industries Corporation, has been made to finance the plant and machinery to small scale enterprises, both on hire purchase basis and on lease basis. So if any institution want to buy it, want to get a new plant and machinery, then NSIC will help in both the forms. NSIC also supports sourcing scarce raw materials and marketing finished products primarily to the government. So it also, whenever government procures any raw material or any finished product like government needs, then NSIC helps in the marketing of the product as well, then marketing of MSME products as well. Now lastly, the NSIC is the nodal agency for providing subsidies to the extent of 75% of expenses incurred by MSME units in respect of a rating obtained from SMERA. So NSIC is also a nodal agency for providing subsidies to the extent of 75% of the expenses. So up to 75% of expenses can be given as subsidy, and it is NSIC is the nodal agency for this, which is incurred by MSME units in respect of rating. So if they obtain good rating by SMERA, then they can obtain 75% of their expenses in the form of subsidies. Now, NSIC acts as a nodal agency for obtaining rating from various agencies like CARE, ICRA, and CRISIL. So, like if the NSIC also helps to it is a nodal agency and it helps to obtain various ratings from CARE, ICRA, and CRISIL, like other credit rating agencies. Now, SIDB. So this is about National Small Scale Development Corporation. So we have to understand certain things. Let us revise. First is it is for plant and machinery. Right, so plant and machinery to small scale enterprises on the both hire purchase and lease basis. Then it also supports sourcing raw material and marketing finished products primarily to the government. Then NSIC is also nodal agency for subsidies to the extent of 70% expenses incurred by MSME units in respect of rating obtained from SMERA, and NSIC acts as nodal agency for obtaining ratings from major agencies like CARE, ICRA, and CRISIL. So these are the things. Now SIDB. So SIDBI is Small Industries Development Bank of India. To encourage bank to lend to micro and small enterprises, the government of India established SIDBI. SIDBI is a refinancing agency. So SIDBI refinances the bank against their lending to the SME. So what happens is, let us understand this way. So banks, first of all, banks lend, whenever banks lend, right? So banks lend to the customers, and then whatever they finance to customers, then these banks are financed by SIDBI. So in case if they are lending to customers, MSME customers, small industries customers, then they are refinanced by SIDBI. Now SIDBI is one of the apex financial institutions established in 1990 for the promotion, development and financing of SMEs. So it is for the promotion, development and financing of SMEs. Now, SIDBI provides financial assistance through 6 channels. So, there are 6 channels through which SIDBI provides financial assistance to the SMEs. Now, financing to banks. So, refinancing, as I told you. So, state finance corporations and microfinance institutions. So, it finances these institutions like banks, state finance corporations, and microfinance institutions. Direct financial assistance to MSMEs. It also gives direct loans to MSMEs. Now, venture capital financing also it gives, so money provided by investor to startup firms with long-term growth potential. Then factoring services also it provides. Factoring services means accounts receivables, like it also takes care of the accounts receivables. So if like in case it also buys accounts receivable for its customers. So a business sells its accounts receivable invoices to the third party to meet its short-term liquidity needs. The factor pays the amount due to the invoice minus its commission and fees. So what happens is, for example, there is a company ABC Limited. Yeah, let us say there is a small enterprise ABC, right? ABC Enterprises, and they have got the receivables of, let's say, 100 crore. Not 100 crore. It will be huge. So let us say it is 10 lakhs, right? So it is 10 lakhs of this they are having. Now this 10 lakhs, no, they can sell, they can, these SIDBI will also help to recover this 10 lakhs, right, from its customers. And it normally what happens is they will also purchase these receivables, and on the basis of that they can refinance this receivables also. Like they can give 9.5 lakhs, they will keep 50,000 with them, and they will SIDBI will collect receivables for them, and they can directly give 9.5 lakh to these companies. So this is important. Now bill discounting, bill rediscounting. So banks extend finance to MSMEs by discounting their receivables, and SIDBI then offers a rediscounting facility to the banks. So whatever bills of SMEs are financed are discounted by banks, that is rediscounted by the SIDBI. So it gives a very good cushion to the banks so that they can rediscount the bill of MSMEs without any like anything in their mind, like without any risk. Now, seed capital assistance to MSMEs. Seed capital is also provided by SIDBI. So, SIDBI helps MSMEs start up, launch their business by providing them with the initial capital. So, seed capital is initial capital. So SIDBI also helps the agencies, helps the MSMEs by providing them with a seed capital. Now, credit guarantee trust for micro and small enterprises. When you will be in bank and you will be dealing with credit, you will come across this organization very frequently, and you will have to deal with them. What they do is actually, we'll just go through that. So MSMEs find it difficult to offer collateral to avail credit facilities from the financial institutions. This is the biggest problem. Normally MSMEs don't have collateral, and they want to start a business. Now financial institutions won't lend without collateral because it is a huge risk. So this has resulted in a non-availability of funds for MSMEs. The government of India and SIDBI have joined together to find a way to allow credit to SME without collateral. To alleviate this challenge, the CGTMSE was launched through the Ministry of MSME and SIDBI with a corpus of 2,500 crore to provide guarantees to the bank for financing unsecured or undersecured loans to SMEs. So normally what happens now, if someone from SME he approaches bank, then banks will ask for 100% security, 100% collateral. But SMEs don't have that collateral. That is why maybe they are first generation entrepreneurs or something like that. So what they'll do is they will approach the CGTMSE, and no, they won't approach CGTMSE. Banks will approach CGTMSE. They can apply just to bank, and bank will offer them collateral free loan. Sometimes also under collateralized loans, right? So if for example 100 rupees of credit is given and a person has a security of like 25 rupees, then rest of the amount will be covered by CGTMSE. The program is aimed at first generation entrepreneurs and provide a guarantee of 75% to 85% of the loan amount subject to certain conditions, most notably the lack of collateral and third party guarantee. So if any MSME doesn't have any collateral or any third party guarantee, they can approach bank and they can get collateral free loan, and the bank will get it registered under CGTMSE. And CGTMSE, what they will do is they will guarantee up to from 75% to about 85% of the loan amount. So banks are also safe. Now SME loans or to rupees 2 crore without collateral are eligible for a guarantee. So any SME loan, right, with up to 2 crore limit, it is eligible for guarantee under CGTMSE. The borrower pays a fee of 1.5% of sanctioned amount for each 5-year block for working capital, and the entire tenure of the term loan. So there is a fee, the borrower, there is a fee which is to be paid, that is 1.5% of the sanctioned amount for each 5-year block for working capital. Like every year it is getting renewed, no? So every 5 year they have to pay 1.5% of the sanctioned amount, and for the entire tenure of the term loan it is 1.5%. Now this is PDF which you can go through, but this is all about NSIC, then SIDBI, and then we have CGTMSE. So I think these three institutions are clear to you, right? Now let us go to topic 2B. Rest of the institutions will cover in this topic now. So next one is SRERA, that is SME Rating Agency of India Limited, right? Now, how this works, micro and small enterprises require an independent, unbiased, just hold on for a sec, right? Independent, unbiased, government promoted rating agency to provide an objective opinion on their credit worthiness. So this is a rating agency for the MSMEs, right? This agency helps the banks to make sound credit decisions. Now, if they get this credit rating from SRERA, then it becomes easier for them to source funds. Now, SIDBI, Dun & Bradstreet and CIBIL, together with a number of leading banks, jointly established SRERA. So, all these credit rating agencies like SIDBI, DNB and CIBIL, they all came together and they established SRERA. SRERA's main objective is to make credit ratings for SMEs more affordable and ease the flow of credit. So it is mainly to promote the credit rating agents, credit rating of MSMEs, right? And to make it affordable also. Now, Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency Limited, so Mudra. You must be knowing about Mudra loans. The bulk demand of MSME financial assistance is around rupees 10 lakhs. The government of India is keen to support this sector based on this contribution to the economy, but banks find it difficult to lend to this segment. So Mudra is a flagship scheme of the government of India to fund this sector with a formal financial assistance and provide credit facilities up to rupees 10 lakhs. So up to 10 lakhs, the credit facilities provided under Mudra. Then based on the stage of growth and funding requirement of the enterprise, 3 products have been created. So under Mudra scheme, there are 3 products: Sishu, Kishore and Tarun. So Sishu this covers a loan up to 50,000, small loans. Then Kishore means in adolescent stage, so 50,000 to 5 lakhs. And then Tarun means matured stage, it is from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. So these are the 3 kinds of loans. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Mudra is clear to everyone. Now next one is Technology Upgradation Fund Scheme. So many SMEs use outdated machinery or technology and find it difficult to upgrade. To address this issue, the Government of India launched TUFS, that is Technology Upgradation Fund Scheme, to provide capital and interest subsidies to interest enterprises engaged in the textile and jute sector for technology upgradation. So any enterprise which is working under textile and jute sector, to them the capital is provided and also interest subsidies are provided. The Government of India has appointed SIDBI and 11 other banks as nodal agencies for operating the scheme. So there are 11 banks plus SIDBI which are acting as nodal agency for TUFS. Now, this assistance is credit linked. So, their assistance, this assistance is given in the form of loans, and in loans they are provided with like interest subsidy, right, or some rebate is given. Now, interest subsidy of 5% on the amount of interest charged by the bank. So, there is subsidy of 5%. So, if in case you approach to bank under TUFS, then if you are a MSME, then what they will do is, for example, normally they charge 12% interest on the loan, then they will charge you 7%. They will take 5% from the SIDB or the government. Now, capital subsidy of 10% on the invoice price of the specified machinery. So, if any machinery is purchased by MSMEs, then 10% capital subsidy is given. Means, for example, this machine costs 10 lakh rupees, so 1 lakh rupee will be given by the bank. Now, foreign exchange fluctuation cover up to 5%. So, if there is any export which is done by the MSME, then foreign exchange fluctuation of up to 5% will be covered. Then margin money of 15% in lieu of interest subsidy. So, also 15% of the margin amount is also covered. So, what happens is, for example, the bank is asking for 25% of margin. So, they will take only 10% from the customer and 15% will be given by the these institutions. So, this is about the TUFS scheme. Now, credit linked capital subsidy scheme. So, while the TUFS supports only the textile and jute sector, the other sectors are in need of support for technology upgradation. So, they are actually a similar institutions or similar schemes. The only thing is this supports, TUFS supports only a textile and jute sector, and this supports other sectors as well. So, accordingly the Government of India introduced the credit linked subsidy scheme for the purpose of new machinery. So, you can definitely take some if you take loan on on purchase of a new machinery, then there is some credit linked capital subsidy which is given on that particular loan amount. So, the maximum loan which is allowed is 100 lakhs. So, 100 lakhs means 1 crore. Nodal agency to support this is SIDB, NABARD, SBI, Canara, PNB, Bank of Baroda and Bank of India. Now, quantum of subsidies 15% of investment in plant and machinery. So, if you are, for example, you are purchasing machinery of 100 lakh rupees, so 15% will be given by these institutions. Now, SSI units must be registered with DIC. It is very important to register your small scale industries. This SSI means small scale industries. They should be registered with DIC, Department of Industry and Commerce, and belong to the sectors such as food processing, IT, electronics, auto parts, bicycle, tires, to hand tools, foundries, leather, dyes, drugs, glass, toy, etc. Now, the subsidy is calculated only on the price of the plant and machinery. Other items such as equipment and consumables are excluded. So, only the price, the raw price of the plant and machinery is considered. No consumables or equipments are considered in the pricing of this, the calculation of the subsidy. So, this way we have covered the rest 4 also. We have covered SME Rating Agency of India Limited, SRERA. Then we have covered Mudra scheme, that is Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency. Then we have covered TUFS scheme, that is Technology Upgradation Fund scheme. And then we have covered the Credit Linked Capital Subsidy scheme also. So, CLC, SS has also been covered, right? So, let us move to next topic now. So, the next topic is what you need to do. So, now you understand that Government of India has launched various initiatives to promote and support the MSME sector. As a responsible credit professional, you are required to increase your bank share in the MSME business. So, if in case you get an opportunity to work in as credit manager in MSME sector, then that will be very useful for you. And you are actually doing you're also doing national service also when you're working in MSME sector, because you're promoting MSME. Now, to this end, you need to refer to the loan policy of the bank related to MSME financing. So, it is very important to refer the bank policy. I always tell you, like, first when you enter a bank as credit manager, first thing you have to do is read the loan policy of the bank and ascertain how various supporting schemes for SME financing are structured to facilitate loan proposal. Then identify the schemes that are more suitable for the SME customer. So, if any customer approaches you, then you have to identify the support schemes where you can provide him some support or some benefit based on their credit requirement and nature of business, and structure of the right credit facilities using enabling provisions in the scheme that are being offered to the SME segment. Now establish repo with various government agencies to help source proposals under the various schemes. So you have to also you have to establish coordination with various government agencies. Now educate SME customers on various government initiatives. The biggest problem in India is awareness. So most of the MSME customers, they are not aware of these various initiatives taken by the government. So you need to make them aware. You need to educate them, right? So for like what are the various government initiatives which have been taken in the field of technology upgradation or capital subsidy or mudra scheme or CGTMSE, and help them gain the benefit of the promotional measures offered to run their business successfully. Now also it is very important, like whenever any new scheme gets added, so you upgrade your knowledge of latest changes and guidelines for various schemes. So these are the things which are to be done by you as a credit manager. Now let us move to topic number 4. Now here's a case study. So it says MSABC Enterprises, a partnership firm engaged in the processing of food grains, approaches you for the term loan of rupees 25 lakhs to install Sortex machine, which will help improve the quality of their products. The company has a tie-up arrangement with the leading retail malls dealing in the food grains. The unit has been rated by SRERA as a satisfactory. ABC urgently needs to upgrade their technology, but the firm is not in a position to offer any collateral. Your knowledge of various schemes and your bank loan policy will help you offer the right product to the customer. In this case, ABC is eligible under CGTMSE scheme, wherein you can lend to this borrower without any collateral being provided. You can also bring them under CLCSS, that is Capital Linked Credit Subsidy Scheme, to reduce the cost of business upgradation. This will help the business grow while at the same time reduce the bank's risk. So it is very important, whenever any customer, any MSME customer approaches you, then you need to identify various schemes through which you can help him. You can provide him the benefits, right? So this is it. Let's move to topic number 5. So here now question you should ask. So now that you understand the MSME schemes and regulatory guidelines, asking yourself the following questions will help you assist your MSME clients gain access to the appropriate credit facilities. First, using the scheme, how can I help MSME customer to upgrade their technology to avail subsidy scheme benefits? So these 7 schemes you should keep in your mind, and you should always try to find out what your customer needs, and according to his customer needs, you can provide him with the various solutions. Now, which are the government agencies facilitating lending to MSMEs? So lending to MSMEs also, various government agencies are facilitating. Now, can these schemes be availed in parallel by MSMEs? So there are various schemes which are exclusive. They cannot be availed with other schemes. But there are various schemes which can be availed parallelly, and so you should identify whether these schemes are available in parallel mode, and then you can provide it to the customer also. Right. So that is topic number 5. Now let us move to the last topic, that is topic number 6, and this is about your knowledge. So you can attempt your question now. So you need to remember the 7 schemes which are launched by the government and which are used by the government to promote the banking sector. This 2A and 2B are very important. Just go through these 2A and 2AB, and that's it with your unit 1. So we are up with the unit 1 now.